Should we fear fear? In the long-forgotten times of the past, people moved from place to place, foraging and hunting for food. There was no certainty to whether or not there would be a next meal. In this time, every encounter was a battle where only the winner ate and only the winner survived. During this period in time, fear was the most useful trait to possess. The ability to not have to think in dangerous situations, but rather to let the body take control for a split instant and act out of nothing but pure survival instinct, allowed for humans to survive the unforgiving environment of the time. Fast forward to today. People move solely from their home to their car to drive to work, where they don't have to move for the better part of the day. People can reliably predict when they will next eat, and, if hungry, can simply buy food. People have hundreds of encounters with other people and animals daily, nearly all of which contain no threat to their well-being at all. In a world that is so drastically different from the one that the carefully crafted emotion of fear was meant to perform in, does it help anywhere near the extent to which it would in other environments, or does it hurt us to the point where living without it may be a better alternative? Before humans so drastically changed the world, environmental changes happened for the most part slowly and in a rather non-drastic manner. This allowed evolution to create beings that were perfectly tailored to thrive in the current environment and to change with it. But the abrupt and enormous effect of the human population on the environment and structure of the earth completely shattered this system. In an older time, fear was without a doubt a useful trait to have. First of all, if evolution deemed it important enough to be able to take over the carefully crafted problem-solving machine that we call a brain when its creations were in danger, it must have been of enormous importance to the ability of humans to survive. Furthermore, the fact that humans are alive today really speaks wonders to the ability of fear to preserve life. There is no question of whether or not fear helped us in the past to become the great species we are now, but the real question lies in if it's still a useful trait to have in the modern world. In the present, having too much fear of anything can really inhibit your ability to be successful in society. Being scared of getting a bad grade on a test can even impair your ability to do well on the test. But at least fear is still useful for steering us away from potential harm, right? Well, this is partially true. Our brains are still wired nowadays very similarly to when we hunted in packs. This means that many things that were dangerous back then still scare us now, even if in today's society they pose no real threat. This is seen in some people's fear of animals or deep water. However, the fear we feel today in pressure situations that actually can't really do any physical harm can have a very detrimental effect on our well-being. It can paralyze us from making a choice, taking a risk, or performing at our best. All of these could eventually harm our advancement in society, even though the fear had nothing to do with facing physical harm. All in all, although fear is a useful emotion that definitely contributed to the overall success and prosperity of the human race, at this point in time, fear really has a minimal effect on the ability of people to survive, and can even inhibit the happiness and success of people trying to fit into modern society.